हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमस्तुते सप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरि प्रिये। हरे कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यः च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी। जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी। जय गोपी जन बल्लभा जय गिरिवरधारी। जय गोपी जन बल्लभा जय गिरिवरधारी। यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन जमुना तीरा मनचारी। जमुना तीरा मनचारी। जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी। 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 हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण हरे हरे। हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Now we'll do Sri Vallabhacharya. सुंदर गोपालम उरवनमालम नयन विशालम दुःखहरम वृंदावन चंद्रम आनंदकंदम परमानंदम धरणीधरम पूरणकामम् अत्यविरामम् प्रीतिकरम् भज नन्दकुमारम् सर्वसुखसारम् तत्त्वविचारम् ब्रह्मपरम् भज नन्दकुमारम् सर्वसुखसारम् तत्त्वविचारम् ब्रह्मपरम् सुन्दरवारिजवदनम् निर्जितमदनम् आनन्दसदनम् मुकुटधरं गुञ्जाकृतिहारं विपिनविहारं परमोदारं चिरहरम् वल्लभपटपीतं कृतौपवीतं करनवनीतं विबुधवरम् भजानन्दकुमारं सर्वसुखसारं तत्त्वविचारं ब्रह्मपरम् शोभितसुखमूलं यमुनाकूलं निपटतूलं सुखदतरम् मुखमण्डितरेणुं चारितदेनुं वादितवेणुं मधुरसुरम् वल्लभमतिविमलं शुभपदकमलं नखरुचियामलं तिमिरहरम् भजानन् कुमारं सर्वसुखसारं तत्त्वविचारं ब्रह्मपरम् भजानन्दकुमारं सर्वसुखसारं तत्त्वविचारं ब्रह्मपुरं परम् शिरमुकुटसुदीशं कुञ्चितकेशं नटवरवेशं कामवरं मया कृतमनुजं हलधरानुजं प्रतिहतदनुजं भारहरम् वल्लभव्रजपालं सुभगसुचालं हितमनुकालं भावपरम् भजानन्दकुमारं सर्वसुखसारं तत्त्वविचारं ब्रह्मपरम् इन्दिवरभासं प्रकटसरासं कुसुमविकासं मन्त्रधरं हत्मं मन्मथमानं रूपनिधानं कृतकलगानं चिरहरम् वल्लभमृदुहासं कुञ्जनिवासं विविधविलासं केलिकरम् भजानन्दकुमारं सर्वसुखसारं तत्त्वविचारं ब्रह्मपरम् अति परम प्रवीणं पालितदीनं भक्तदीनं कर्मकरं मोहनमतिधीरं फणिबलवीरं हतपरवीरं तरलतरं वल्लभव्रजरमणं वारिजवदनं हलधरसमनं शैलधरम् आनन्दकुमारं सर्वसुखसारं तत्त्वविचारं ब्रह्मपरम् जलधर द्वितीयंग ललित त्रिभंग बहुकृतिरंगं रसिकवरं गोकुल परिवारं मदनाकारं कुंज विहारं गूढ़तरं वल्लभ ब्रजचंद्रं सुभगसुचन्दं कृतानन्दं भ्रान्तिहरं भजानन्दकुमारं सर्वसुखसारं तत्त्वविचारं ब्रह्मपरं भजानन्दकुमारं सर्वसुखसारं तत्त्वविचारं ब्रह्मपरम् वन्दितयुगचरणं पावनकरणं जगदुद्धरणं विमलधरं काळियशिरगमनं कृतपणिनमनं धातितयमनं मृद्गलधरं बलभगृहरणं निर्मलचरणम् अशरणशरणं मुक्तिकरं भजनं सर्वसुखसारं तत्त्वविचारं ब्रह्मपरं भजानन्दकुमारं सर्वसुखसारं तत्त्वविचारं ब्रह्मपरं भजानन्दकुमारं सर्वसुखसारं तत्त्वविचारं ब्रह्मपरम् इति श्रीवल्लभाचार्य कृतं श्री नंदकुमाराष्टकं संपूर्णं। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Thank you, Prabhuji, for so wonderful seva.
Very wonderful Ashtakam Mataji. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mataji. It's your blessing.
So we'll do the Mangala Charan and then the recap followed by the class today. ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाखया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपगदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितां तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोऽस्तुते। तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमः ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन्निति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। So who is doing the recap today?
Yes, Mataji, I will do that.
Yes,
Sorry.
Sanjay Prabhu, I hand over to you. Hare Krishna.
Sorry, in time to unmute. Just 1 minute, I'll share my screen.
Prabhu, you are not audible, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Yes, Prabhu. Now we can hear.
Yeah, we can hear.
Yeah. 1 minute, Prabhu. Oh, Okay, Hare Krishna dear all. Wishing you all a very happy Ekadashi and welcome to today's session. As Mataji said, before that we will recap yesterday's session that was done by Sarat Prabhu, Canto 12, Chapter 7, right? And the title of the chapter is Puranic Literature. The chapter mentions about expansion of Atharva Puran. It also mentions about the different categories of Puran, and it also mentions about what are the categories of Mahapuran. So a very wonderful class yesterday. I did miss it, but I am catching up on that. Yeah. So now let's recap that session through this few question and answers. So first, one theme here is expansion of the Atharva Veda, right? So the theme explains about Atharva Veda that was covered by Prabhuji yesterday. Now, from this, what do we understand? What is the nature of the Vedas in terms of the dynamism it provides, and what is the benefit?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji and Pranam.
Yes, Prabhu.
So one of the most important in our life is spiritual wisdom, Prabhu. So the Vedic knowledge, Vedanta, okay, all these things, okay, Bhagavatam gives that spiritual wisdom, okay, for everybody, and at the same time, is like there is something like a context setting, okay, at what level you are in, at what mood you are in. So based upon that, it will teach all of us. Yeah, it's not like a flat teaching for everybody at every time, bro. Yeah. So yeah.
Correct.
And
And it has a transformative power, probably. If the seeker is sincerely seeking that knowledge, then it has the transformative potency.
potential.
Correct.
Important point as
Yes, Prabhu.
yeah, Prabhuji, as Prabhuji just mentioned that Vedas cater to different sections of the people and it covers all that different peoples are there. So there are 4 Vedas. We are talking about Atharva Veda. So one of these Vedas, as you are asking, so it caters to one category of the people. It gives a good full knowledge, and it gives a it also gives the wisdom, as Mataji also mentioned. So it's not one. That point again I am highlighting once again. It's very important to understand Vedas is for everyone.
Correct. That's the key point. It promotes inclusivity. It is designed so that its dynamic nature is mentioned here so that it is customized for every unique soul while it maintains the supreme truth. Yeah. Now that part, the supreme truth, like sometimes it's esoteric. That's what we'll read as well. Right? But yeah, that's a point here that it is inclusive and it's catered to be all. That's why in Bhagavad Gita also, Lord Krishna, he covers that karma yoga, jnana yoga, everything, because depending on which situation or point a particular jiva is, they can pick up to bhakti gradually or immediately. Both are offered actually. Okay. Now the characteristics of Puran. So the chapter describes the characteristics of Purana, Mahapurana, right? What is the effect of knowing these different characteristics or understanding and going deeper? what is the benefit here?
It
Uh,
inspires
It will
you
give us the devotion,
from
bro.
devotion.
Okay.
correct.
That is the key thing in our life, devotion. Okay. For
Okay.
whoever wants to practice the devotion, bhakti,
Yes.
it gives that, bro. That is the key thing.
Yes, Prabhu.
It doesn't give wealth, the
Let's
material.
yeah, let's delve one more minute into it. How does it do that? How do you think it does that? Yes, the answer
When
is
you
correct. Just a bit more how from what we learned.
Yeah,
the
Puranas
teachings
also. Yeah, go
Deepens
ahead,
the
Mataji.
connection, deepens the connection to the with the divine. So
Yes,
the devotion is promoted.
as it gives more and more characteristics about the Supreme Lord. So it helps us. Yes, but thanks, Mataji. Yeah.
It shaping our ethical behavior.
Yes, that's it's more towards spiritual, and I think then ethical
Right.
comes automatically.
Yeah,
It's
Prabhuji,
it's part of
yeah,
yeah.
this is not a just ordinary knowledge, but this knowledge also takes us out of this material world. And that's why it is inspired profound devotion among practitioners.
Correct.
So it transforms. So knowledge and transformation both happens with this Purana. So that is the significance.
Right. And then next part here is each Purana has unique insights, right? And they tell us a particular perspective depending on our uh, positioning, and also it helps us improve our or increase our spiritual inclination. Okay. So that's the point here. Why is disciplic succession or parampara or lineage important? That's
for the authenticity that it is coming from the right source. That is important. Otherwise, it can get fragmented due to the different perspectives of different people. So it has to come from the right source. So hence the disciplinic succession is very, very important.
Correct.
The lineage.
It's very, very important and highly
Transfer
emphasized. Yes.
transcendental knowledge is flows in this succession only.
Yes.
And then it preserve also, and then it has a potency to transfer.
Correct. Correct, Mataji. So that is highly emphasized. And which verse of Bhagavad Gita, Mataji, says that? That we should follow a guru or take the instruction from guru?
तत् विद्धि प्रणिपातेन
Yes.
परिप्रक्षेण सेवया
Correct.
उपदेक्षन्ति ते ज्ञानं ज्ञानि तत् दर्शनम्.
Perfect. Thank you, Mataji. We know you will know that. So, yeah, and yeah, Krishna himself emphasized that. And one more thing that comes in the parampara, other than the knowledge, can you think of that? I think I will answer that. It is mercy, right? Because we take shelter of Guru, then Krishna become happy and we get mercy also. So that's additional benefit. Again, continuing with the theme from the transmission of knowledge. Now, again, like continuing. So why is a spiritual guru or teacher essential here? Let's go deeper into that also.
Prabhuji, Vedas and Puranas sometimes impart very complex knowledge. To understand them deeply and clearly, one spiritual teacher has to guide. We must always be submissive to our gurus and learn them humbly.
Yes, Madhuri. Perfect. Perfect. Thank you. Thank you very much. Very nicely said. That is it. And then now let's go into structure of the Puranas, that thing. So what are the different categories of Purana and how many topics are discussed in Mahapurana?
In
Yeah,
Mahapurana, the 10 subject matters are discussed, and in the other small Purana, there are only 5 subject matters were discussed.
Correct.
In Bhagavad Mahapurana, all 10 are subject matter, like Atra Sarga Visargascha Sthana Poshan Utaya, Manvantar Ishan Katha, Nirodha Mukti Ashraya.
Haribol. That was my next question, but yeah, very nice. And two categories here is primary, secondary text, right? Categories into primary and secondary. Sorry, Prabhuji, you had something to share? I think that was Radha Vinod Prabhu, right?
No, I just talking about that primary and secondary. There are main 8 Puranas for 6 for goodness, people of mode of goodness, 6 are people for the mode of passion, and 6 for the mode of ignorance. In addition to that, these are supplementary Puranas. Those are secondary Puranas, like a Devi Purana and all that, that gives some additional information.
Yes.
So this is how it is there. And this is how 18 Puranas plus there are additional 18 Puranas as a secondary.
Perfect, Prabhu. Thank you. Thank you.
Prabhuji, the one more point. Purana means what? Purana is the explanation and script. Because we did not understand the Vedas, they are so difficult to understand. So by this help, पुराना की help से हम वेदा को समझ सकते हैं अच्छे से.
Yes, it's a general history, but geared towards pastimes of the Lord. Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you, Mataji. Very wonderful. Then about creation and annihilation, right? So that's a section this deals in. Now, what does creation, destruction, right, tells us about the creator?
Okay, so
That
this
he-
is a
yeah.
go ahead,
Yes, Prabhu,
Mataji.
continue.
Yeah, please go ahead.
So creation and annihilation shows that we are that Lord is the supreme controller, and then He has created the universe in a cyclic fashion, like one after the other. The first it will get created, it will be there for some time, then it will be annihilated. So it shows that it is powerfully being controlled by a supreme entity with whose divine will this whole thing is being orchestrated, and hence it gives uh, is a reason to surrender to the supreme and understanding and to develop a relationship with him.
Yes, but very nicely said. So, one, it tells us that there is a creator, there is a personality behind, and he is creating for a purpose. And then this whole creation is just a, what do you call it? It's one of his energies. And exactly, I think you just nailed it down rightly. I don't need to repeat. So we have to surrender into it. And that's the same continuation, the role of the Supreme Lord in the creation. So you covered both the points very nicely. Thank you, Mataji. Okay, and then next theme is Prabhuji taught us human endeavor and divine mercy. Right. So the question here is, what do we ultimately depend on? What do we ultimately, the Jiva, what does he ultimately depend on for success?
On mercy,
Yeah.
divine mercy.
Yes, that's the point. That's the key point. Like we can do our endeavor, but our dependence is on the divine mercy, right? And then the next part is, okay, yeah, Lord put that as a question. It's straightforward, like how is the Supreme Lord depicted over here? It's more about his, as we discussed, about his divine mercy and his, what do you call, yeah, causeless mercy. Yeah, causeless mercy was the word I was looking for. That he created this so that we can get a chance to go back to it. Finally, in this theme, the nature of reality. So, what is the nature of reality as we know from this, or we have understood many time hearing? And what should be the impact? How should it inspire us?
This nature is duality, Prabhu. The nature of reality is duality. Everything is dual. Sukh, dukh. Okay. This kind of thing, Prabhu. Yeah. So we have to come out of that.
Yeah, and what is the what is the word that Lord Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita for this material world? Dukhalem.
Dukhalem Shashvatam.
So it should inspire us to be understand that this is Dukhalem Shashvatam and prioritize our spiritual over material attachments. Thank you, Prabhu. Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, and then now from Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur comments. So Mataji already covered the characteristics of Puran, so we'll not repeat that. Right? But then tell us little bit about Sarga. Sarga, Visarga. What is Sarga? What is Visarga?
Sarga means creation of God, that is primary. And when Brahma creates, it is known as Visarga, that is secondary creation. So, when Pradhana and Prakriti, they form Mahatattva, comes into existence. When Pradhana glances, with the help of Prakriti, Mahatattva come into existence, and total primary creation takes place, and then Brahmaji gives the secondary creation. With jivas, and they go through cyclic birth and death, and according to their desire and karmic imprint, they get their birth consequently.
Oh,
Hey,
thank you.
one thing, Prabhuji.
Yes.
Pradhana and Prakriti do not create Mahatattva. Pradhana is the unmanifest stage. When the Lord looks at Pradhana, then it gets agitated. And that state is known as Mahatattva. And then what happens? All the jivas, which were those who have not completed, who have not gone back to the spiritual kingdom, they have their own desires, then they are injected into Prakriti. And Prakriti, it starts its actions. That is what it happens.
Yes.
Yes, Prabhu.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you, Mataji. Very nice. So now in all of this, Prabhuji also explained, but what is the role of Jivatma here? Anyone who has not
Jivatma has to
spoken?
transcend his material body, the modes of material nature, through devotional service, so that he is realized in his spiritual nature, his actual identity.
And if we say Jivatman is the region, is the cause for Sarga and Visarga, will that statement be true or untrue?
Yes, it is true, because it is his desire to
Exactly.
for his desire only he's been given the material world by the Lord to fulfill his
It's
desire.
Because often acting out of ignorance. He is in ignorance, so that's why.
If there is,
Okay,
if
for
there
a
is no
moment,
Jivatma who has a desire, there is no need for Krishna to create this material world.
okay, for a moment, you just assume that none of the jivas, none of the created beings, they have any desire remaining. Then what will happen?
There will not be any creation.
Then there is no requirement for Visarga.
Yeah. There is no requirement for creation or Visarga. Yeah. Secondary creation is not required. Yeah.
Correct. And the word used here is catalyst. So because of the desire of the Jiva is why the material world, that is Sarga Visarga, happen. Okay. Now tell us little bit about Raksha, divine protection. How does it manifest? And how does it help us? The divine mercy of the Lord or protection of the Lord based on
So
what
Lord comes for protection of earth in various incarnations in different time, to protect his devotees and claim him back.
Yes.
And so that is the Raksha characteristic of the Lord, to protect his devotees and claim him back.
Correct. He protects the consciousness of the devotee. Rajkumari Mataji is quiet today. Nothing to add, Mataji? Anything to add?
Prabhuji, I could not go through it.
Oh, okay, okay, no problem, no problem. These are general topics,
Sorry.
Mataji. Please read through and share. Okay,
Okay.
then
I will.
Manmantra and Dharma. So I think we have heard of these many times. But what is the role of Dharma here? Or whatever you can tell from here. What is Dharma? What is the role of Dharma? It is the eternal occupation. That's what Srila Prabhupada says, right? It's not from the text here, sorry, but yeah, eternal occupation of the Jivatma. That's what is Dharma. And Manmantra is like, the reign of the specific Manu. And then what is Apsarya? If anyone can mention it, maybe Radha Vinod Prabhu.
Yeah, it's Apsarya or Ashraya, designate the Brahman that permits all existing while remaining transient.
Okay.
Non-duality. Okay, so it
Is
talks
it?
of highlight the profound duality of immanence. That means this material world is a temporary, but at the same time there is a transcendence. So the Lord's activities are both the material as well as in spiritual. So Ashraya.
Apash.
Yes.
Okay.
Showing
Okay.
higher reality, spiritual reality.
What was the first thing you said? I did not hear that. So Apashraya means also what? There was one more word he said. I could not hear that.
So this is we talk about the immanent and the transcendence, right? So this
That is
permeates
like
all.
omnipotence, right? That Lord is
Yes,
everywhere. That's
yes.
what.
Right,
Okay.
right.
So that's
So
why we have
he
to
is
take.
so he is Raksha, witness of Brahman. So he takes care of us in this as well as connects us to the spiritual facet of life.
Okay.
So
Thank you,
higher
Prabhu.
realities recognized here. It is not
Yes.
only that is how he protects and also Raksha.
And finally, the role of thank you, Prabhu. Thank you. And
Yeah.
finally, is the role of bhakti, right? That is the most potent channel to be able to serve the Lord, right? And the best and the powerful and the fastest. So with that, I complete the recap. Thank you everyone for participation, and thank you, Sir.
Probably
Prabhuji.
one more point that
Yes.
हमारा ये जो शरीर है उसका हो सके उतना हमें ये मटेरियल वर्ल्ड में स्पिरिचुअलिटी इंक्रीज करने के लिए उपयोग करना चाहिए, जिससे हम ये जो फ्लीटिंग नेचर जो मटेरियल वर्ल्ड का है वो उससे ऊपर आ सके.
Correct. And thank you, Dipti Mataji, for the wonderful kirtan today. Thank you. Over to you, Archana Mataji. Thanks.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you,
Dhanyavad.
Prabhuji. Wonderful recap. Seva.
Okay, just
Thank you,
remember
Prabhuji.
one thing. Remember one thing, these lessons 195 to 2000, that is 6 lessons, have now been reorganized into 4. Today is 195, 196. Then
Hare Krishna,
198.
am I audible?
Yes, Mataji.
Thank you. Because I have some internet connection problem today. Let me share the screen first.
Prabhuji is saying something.
Prabhuji,
Mataji.
in that case, we completed in.
Archana Mataji. Prabhuji is saying something. Let him complete.
Yes, Prabhuji. उसके बारे में ही बता रहे, पूछ रहे थे.
Yes, that means those who are doing recap, for them I'll
Hare
send
Krishna, dear
the
devotees.
organized
Mukam karoti vachalam
DVD.
pangum langhayate girin yat patamaham vande Shri Gurun Dinataranam Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram.
I think Mataji को हमारी आवाज
कृष्णपादाय कृष्ण प्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी नित्य नामिनी नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणी. Today we will begin with chapters 8 chapter 8 of the 12th canto. So we'll cover today, and so this spans from you see lesson 195 and a little portion of 196, half of 196. So these are the slides which we will cover today. So before we begin, I ask the permission of the senior devotees. Please bless all the devotees assembled. Please bless me so that I can speak coherently today and to your satisfaction. So, before we begin the process, let's just go through the contents. First, in the chapter 8 of the 12th canto, we are going to talk about Markandeya Rishi's prayers to Naranarayan Rishi. Then, the resilience of Markandeya Rishi, that is an inspiring journey of austerity and divine tests and spiritual triumph. And then we're going to talk about the divine encounter, the nature of God and the path to liberation. And we are also going to speak about the path of austerity, how it's a triumph over temptation and quest for spiritual truth. And then the divine encounter of how it unravels the essence of mercy, austerity and worship in bhakti. Then further we will talk about Vedic knowledge versus devotion, and finally the profound lessons we learn from Markandeya Rishi's prayers to Narayana Rishi. So this is what we are going to cover today. So before we begin, just
one second.
brief, you can say history
can you hear
or
me?
brief summary of this chapter. I will just discuss with you. So the main point over here is about Markandeya Rishi's prayers to Narayana Rishi. So that is the title of this chapter actually. So what can we learn from these prayers? So who is this Markandeya Rishi and what did he do and how did he pray? So that's what we are going to learn today. Markandeya Rishi, he performed a lot of austerities, and we are going to learn how he defeated the potency of Cupid. Cupid had come, sent by Indra. Just give me a minute, please. So actually this topic is going on where Sutta Goswami is talking about Srimad Bhagavatam to Shaunaka Rishis, right? So in the Naimisharanya. So in this, at this point, what is happening is Shaunaka the Rishis, the Shaunaka, Sri Shaunaka, that means who is actually the leader of all the 60,000 sages who are assembled there, he was a little confused. He was saying to Sutta Goswami, how is it that Markandeya Rishi got such a long lifespan? And he had taken birth in my dynasty only. So remember, Markandeya Rishi, he took birth in Shaunaka Rishi's dynasty. But he has lived up to like so long, and then he has seen Krishna also upon lying on a banyan leaf and all that. So how is it that he lived through so many yugas? So actually it's mentioned in the shlokas that he lived through 2 days of Brahma. 2 days of Brahma is a long lifespan, like 2000 Chaturyugas. But actually it's also mentioned that he lived for 6 Manvantaras. How many? 6 Manvantaras. So this is the 7th Manvantara, right? So from the beginning of the Manus, beginning of time, the first Manu, Swayambhuva Manu, from that Manvantara until now, he is living. So when he had such a long life, but in this long life also he had a vow of lifelong celibacy. How much we should take lessons from here, because you see, it's so difficult to even in a short lifespan also to think of celibacy, whereas he had taken a vow of celibacy for such a long life. But what happened in spite of this celibacy, Indra got a little bit worried. So in the 7th Manvantara, that is, Indra sent Kamadev, he sent Cupid, and he also sent his Cupid's associates to interrupt his austerities. But because Markandeya Rishi was so powerful, because you can imagine 6 Manvantara is doing penances, right? So he was so powerful. After his Brahminical initiation, that is in the beginning of the Swayambhuva Manu's Manvantara, he started worshipping Lord Hari for 6 lifetimes of Manus. That means 6 Manvantaras. He was worshipping Krishna. He was worshipping Hari. So can you imagine how much power he must be having? How much austerity's power he must be having? Not only he has gone through all the delusions of the devastation and all that, but in spite of that he was still doing austerities. So with that power which was uh, there, he defeated, no, it's very easily defeated the Cupid and his associates. He didn't care much for them. So then after this happened, then when Cupid and all, they retired to back to Swargalok and told Andhra it's not possible. This sage is very, very austere. Then to show him mercy, then Naranayan Rishi, Lord Krishna, Lord Hari, appeared before him in form of Naranayan Rishi. So then how Markandeya worshipped them, how he offered them comfortable seats, then he washed their feet, and then gave him so many nice fruits, flowers, everything. And then he's most important of all, after he did all this, he started glorifying them, he started offering them beautiful prayers. So that is the whole highlight of today's class. What are his prayers and how we can learn from these prayers. So that was the background, and we will begin the presentation. So let me go to the full screen. Okay. So let's first talk about austerity and devotion. All right. So Markandeya Rishi's profound austerities. He was unwavering in his commitment to celibacy. So no matter which Apsara came and danced before him, he was unwavering. Like Indramasya thought, after 6 Manvantaras, maybe some desire of associating with the beautiful Apsaras may attract him, but to his surprise, Markandeya Rishi was unwavering. And to underscore the vital role of discipline in spiritual practice, his relentless efforts across numerous lifetimes illuminate the dedication necessary to forge an intimate connection with the divine. So, what is required to connect with the divine? What is required? Lifetimes of dedication. Okay. This theme powerfully illustrates the triumph of spiritual determination over distractions of material existence. So he had victory over the material things which was placed before him. In various traditions, particularly bhakti, devotion, and resolve of practitioners are crucial for unlocking the truth of the divine. So, in actually bhakti, particularly bhakti, that is devotion, it is the resolve of the practitioner, and that means the determination of the person who is doing bhakti. It is very, very crucial. Okay, then only the divine will be unraveled. That means the truths of the Krishna will be shown. Krishna can reveal himself to his devotee only if the devotee is full of resolve, full of determination towards bhakti. Okay, it doesn't get wavered. Markandeya's monumental victory over Cupid embodies this success, serving as an inspiring beacon for others on their spiritual journeys. So we have to take this lesson from Markandeya Rishi. So unlike Markandeya Rishi, what do? We get distracted by even smallest things. If we are doing our japa, even the smallest sound coming from outside can distract us. And any of our sadhana which we are doing, we can get easily distracted by material things. This is one thing we have to learn from Markandeya Rishi, that he was not distracted at all. Next point, divine intervention. The moment when Lord Hari manifests as Narayana in response to Markandeya's fervent prayers exemplifies the profound nature of divine mercy. So when Markandeya Rishi, he defeated Cupid, he was having this feeling to finally see the Lord, and when the Lord manifested, he gave his exclusive mercy to him. the Lord actively engages in the lives of the devotees, providing critical guidance and support during their most trying moments. So the Lord recognized that this devotee of mine, after so many years of tapasya, had now still been so very determined and unwavering that he has totally thrown out Cupid and whatever it comes, whatever material things came in front of him. So the Lord was impressed, and the Lord was immediately reciprocated with him by giving him darshan as Naranarayana. Because Naranarayan Rishi, they were at that point of time were meditating there in the Badrika Ashrama, so they came down to see Markandeya Rishi. This narrative emphasizes the deeply personal and accessible nature of the divine relationship found within Bhakti traditions, in stark contrast to impersonal philosophies that portray sacred as distant or abstract. This story reveals a God who is profoundly involved in his devotees' lives, attentively responding to their needs and heartfelt aspirations. Is this possible for a Mayavadi? Is this possible for an impersonalist? It is not possible, because the impersonalist is thinking of an abstract. The God has no features, God has no form. He is trying to meditate on such an aspect, and then that aspect cannot reciprocate, right? How can it reciprocate when it doesn't have a form, doesn't have anything? He cannot reciprocate, and because of that, he is missing out on this wonderful thing. That is the profound involvement of the Lord himself in our lives, an active reciprocation or responding of the Supreme Lord. Then Markandeya, the nature of reality and illusion. So we have to see this. In this point, Markandeya sheds light on the bewilderment of the souls ensnared in illusion, stressing that true comprehension of the divine transcends mere intellectual endeavors and is anchored in divine revelation through the Vedas. So in the last chapter, we learnt about the Puranas and the Vedas. So what is anchored in the divine revelation of the Vedas? That the divine comprehension of the divine, that means understanding Krishna, transcends mere intellectual endeavors. That means it is above the jnana or the shushka jnana of the jnanis. We are not talking about Brahma jnana or of the devotees. Brahma jnana means this is Bhagavad Tattva Vijnana. So we are not talking about that. We are talking about Shushka Jnana, which Mahaprabhu says is Sarvam Bhattacharya. He wrote a very beautiful song in which he is saying that Shushka Jnana Tadana. So Krishna came down as Mahaprabhu to break this. Tadana means to break these Mayavadis. Shushka Jnana. Where you remember Sarvam Bhattacharya himself was a Mayavadi in the beginning, impersonalist. And Mahaprabhu, he broke him and made him a devotee. So his mercy was there. So like that, so divine bhakti is transcending these impersonalist philosophy. That's what, and he sheds light that the souls, they are ensnared in illusion, that all of us are trapped by Maya. So that therefore, if we understand the bhakti and if we do bhakti and we understand the divine, we can come above. Even the Mayavadis are in Maya, isn't it? Yes, the name itself signs. The Mayavadis are in Maya. So they also can come out of this by help of bhakti. So this theme powerfully underscores the intrinsic limitations of human intellect while grappling with the Supreme Being. So it reaffirms the belief that genuine divine love knowledge must be received through established channels, foremost among them being the Vedas and the teachings of the spiritual guide. So two things are important. One thing is the Vedas, and the other thing being the spiritual master. Spiritual master as the guide. So this perspective stands in stark contrast to the impersonal viewpoint, which often overlooks the indispensable role of divine grace by relying solely on rational understanding. So Markandeya is now presents Nara as a devoted follower of Narayana. So he sees the Nara Narayana, then he is now offering prayers, saying that Nara, you are the devoted follower of Narayana, emphasizing the vital role of a devotee within the divine hierarchy. So, although within Narayana, the Nara is a devotee, Narayana is Lord. This relationship is not just a mere connection, it is the heartbeat of bhakti, practice where devotee seeks a personal bond with the divine. So, we seek a personal bond with Krishna. So, he is praising Nara as you are the wonderful, great devotee who is always constantly together with your Lord, Narayana. This theme powerfully highlights that the journey to the divine transcends mere worship. So just by worshipping the Lord, by doing the elements of worship, you can come to certain level. But if you access the Lord Himself, His compassion and His audience, then that is of course the highlight of your journey. So it encompasses understanding and embodying the virtues of his true devotees: selflessness, humility, unwavering faith. So these are the virtues of Krishna's devotees. They are selfless, they are humble, and their faith is always unwavering. It is important. It asserts that what is unwavering faith called as Dhrida Shraddha. Dhrida Shraddha is the gateway or doorway for pure devotional service. From Dhrida Shraddha only pure devotional services takes birth. It asserts that through genuine devotion and dedicated service, one can cultivate a profound closeness to the divine. In this intimacy is the essence of bhakti philosophy, where the heart of the devotee beats in harmony with the will of the Lord. So that's how bhakti is described. Then we go to the next slide, where salvation and liberation is emphasized. Markandeya's prayers resonate with the profound truth that reaching the lotus feet of the Lord stands as the ultimate aspiration of the existence. So what is our ultimate goal? Going back to Godhead? Yes, but actual goal is to reach the lotus feet of the Lord and serve Him. Service is our goal, right? If you go to any loka, Goloka, whichever loka, but if you go to any loka and if there is no service, then what is the use? The main point is wherever you are. So there are so many devotees who pray to the Lord. Lord, you can keep me anywhere in heaven or hell or wherever, I don't care, as long as I can serve you. So service is more important than the actual destination of a planet. The belief that heartfelt devotion can liberate one from cyclical nature of material life fills the heart with hope and inspiration, underscoring the transformative power inherent in bhakti. So if we are devoted, if we have bhakti in our hearts, then any amount of yugas can come and go, and we will still be unwavering and we will still do bhakti, and therefore we will think that our goal is set. So there is no scarcity of devotional service in this material world also. So it doesn't take that you have to reach to the spiritual world only to serve Krishna. We can serve here in our own house. Is the deity in our own altar not Krishna? He is Krishna. Prabhupada says he is not wood, he is not metal, he is not stone. He is Krishna himself, Nandanandan Krishna. So if Nandanandan Krishna is within our altar, why don't we then start serving him here itself? Why do we have to wait until go back to Godhead then only? No need. You can start serving Krishna here itself with whatever amount of devotion you have, with whatever amount of facilities you have. You can do that. So this theme articulates the very foundation of bhakti philosophy, that sincere devotion to the Lord leads to liberation, moksha. In contrast to the philosophical systems that emphasize self-realization or merging with the abstract or absolute, bhakti shines a light on forging a deeply personal relationship with the God. So this is a difference between moksha and impersonal liberation and bhakti. So bhakti is not asking for moksha, bhakti is asking for seva, whereas they are only asking for moksha. They want to abstract, absolute, they want to go and merge. This relationship promises eternal bliss and freedom from the burdens of material sufferings, captivating the hearts of seekers. So what is that one particular thing in the 6 aspects of the devotional creeper? That is moksha laghutakrit. Moksha laghutakrit means even moksha, even liberation becomes Lagutakrit, very, very insignificant for a devotee. Yes, but for them it's the goal. For the person that's the goal. So Markandeya profoundly acknowledges that knowledge of the divine is bestowed through sacred texts rather than merely arising from intellectual pursuit. So knowledge of Krishna is coming through Puranas, through Vedas. So it's not just from somebody's mind. Okay, it's not mental speculation. So this theme emphasizes the imperative. This is showing us the importance of knowledge and revelation. So divine revelation is there, showcasing the crucial role of scripture in illuminating the hearts and minds of devotees, guiding them towards the authentic understanding of divine nature. It asserts that true knowledge is a humble gift received through devotion, as opposition to philosophies that prioritize individual enlightenment achieved solely through one's effort. So just by one's effort, just by doing a lot of effort, it is not possible. Just we need devotion. We need that the reciprocation of the Lord. His mercy is important, and it's a humble gift given to us. True knowledge is a humble gift given to us by the Lord. So this is the conclusion. These are the thematic illuminations. Markandeya Rishi's spiritual odyssey, you can say, is so it encapsulates the core tenets of Bhakti philosophy, and where personal devotion and divine grace are indispensable. So what are the two things we learned? We learned that Bhakti philosophy, we need personal devotion, that is from our side, devotion, and divine grace, mercy of the Lord, the two fingers of Yashoda Maiya when she was trying to tie Krishna. We should always remember that. Our endeavor and Krishna's mercy. They reveal the warmth and compassion that permeate the spiritual dialogue, highlighting the noble pursuit of liberation through unwavering love and service to the Lord. So these two things we have to remember, that from our side there is unwavering. We should not be at all disturbed by anything which comes in our way, material, which is very difficult, but we can practice. But that is very, very important, as Markandeya Rishi is showing by example. Now the next slide, where Markandeya Rishi embodies the virtues of perseverance and austerity in an extraordinary manner throughout his life, right? Such a long life. His unwavering commitment to Vedic rituals, celibacy, so unwavering. And same thing we are repeating again. The meditation showcases his relentless pursuit of spiritual enlightenment, of self-discipline, engaging in rigorous spiritual practices for countless years, and he demonstrates that true steadfastness is essential. So this theme reveals the transformative powers of discipline in spiritual endeavors. It affirms that a deep commitment is there to spiritual practices, and then it necessary to transcend distractions and temptations. So then the divine protection and power. So if we do that, what will we get? We will get divine protection. Okay, that Indra came, Cupid came, Apsaras came, but because he was so powerful, his Shakti of his penance, austerities, and it was unwavering, and he could focus on he did not touch him, and untouched by material desires and distractions. So this theme is encapsulating that the belief that the sincere devotion is required. Okay, disciplined practice. Today I chant, tomorrow I don't chant. Cannot. Discipline must be there in the practice, and it grants us a state of divine grace, and it shields us from worldly influences. So just by our dedication to the Lord will reciprocate, and He will protect. Even the most enticing worldly attractions and desires will have no effect. Then the nature of reality and illusion, Markandeya's transformation, his transformation experience through annihilation. So how so many annihilations he has experienced, right? Annihilation means what? The pralaya, all the way up till the Marloka, pralaya is happening. Sargaloka also destroyed. All so many Indras are gone in front of him, right? And then his vision of the infant resting on a banyan leaf is a profound metaphysical truth. He couldn't take it because he couldn't comprehend what is happening. This is pralaya happening, and then suddenly there is a banyan tree, and there is a leaf, and there is a small child on top of that. He couldn't take it. He couldn't comprehend what was happening. There is a stark contrast between his unwavering spiritual focus and chaos of the annihilation, powerfully emphasizes the ephemeral nature of the worldly existence. So, although he was very, very unwavering in his spiritual focus, but annihilation definitely is a chaos, right? Imagine you're sitting and doing meditation and suddenly your hermitage also is washed away, right? And you are fighting for, of course, you're not dying because you're blessed with a long, long life, but still the pains and pleasures are there of life, right? So you are going up and down in the deluge of this devastation, right? So that is there. So all the three, Adhyatmic, Adibhautik and Adidaivik, all these three are effective for everybody. Although you may have a long, long life, that doesn't mean it doesn't affect us. It affects. So this theme is provoking thoughtful inquiries, the nature of Maya. What is it? It is telling that while physical world is destined for destruction, essence of spirit remains eternal. So you are, although you see the world is being destroyed, but still you are unaffected by it because your spiritual, your spirit is, the essence of spirit is there. That we you have nothing to do with this material world. Markandeya's visionary experience underscores the vital importance of discerning the ultimate truth that lies beyond the transient distractions of material existence. So when he saw this deluge and that baby on the banyan leaf, he was like very bewildered, and he was thinking how this could happen. So the role of divine beings, the engagement of divine beings such as Indra, Cupid, they were trying to divert Markandeya Rishi by powerfully illustrating it is the intricate connection between humanity and the sacred. This presence of divine oversight serves as a source of comfort and assurance on one's spiritual journey. So, aren't we assured by this episode that nothing had happened to him? Although so many other times we always say, oh, this Rishi had fall down with this Apsara and all this, but here nothing happened. So we can get this very, very comforting for us, because we know that so many distractions are there in this material world, but because if we are unwavering, if we are strong, if we just hold on to the lotus feet of Krishna tightly, these material things have got no effect on us. So this is proved by this very nice episode, and we get so much of comfort by this episode. And it also emphasizes that the celestial entities, they may be so much challenge these practitioners, means bhakti yogis. They may come to test our determination, but all the time the divine guidance and support is there from Krishna. So though these people are coming to disturb us, Maya is coming to disturb us, Krishna will help us if we are strong and we are dedicated and we are sincere. I know Maya is stronger than us, but Krishna is stronger than Maya also. So like Prabhupada gives an example of how a little boy holding the hand of his father and is walking, and he is not bothered about any danger coming to him. Why? Because he's holding the hand of his father who is powerful. So it's not that he is proud of his power, his strength, because he is very tiny, he is very small, but then he has so much power and so much faith in his father. He's holding his hand of his father. Anything happens to him, the father is there. So like this, we can challenge Maya only because we are holding the hand of Krishna. That is the only power. Otherwise, on our own, can we even go and challenge Maya? We cannot. We cannot take on this war against Maya, unless and until we have held on tightly to the hands or lotus feet of Krishna. So this theme strongly suggests that higher powers intentionally test spiritual seekers, and it's a poignant reminder that the road to enlightenment is riddled with obstacles, right? So obstacles are keep coming, and conquering these challenges can lead to profound spiritual fortitude and insight. So when we overcome these obstacles, then we get more and more spiritual insights, more and more we can get realizations of the Lord, right? Yeah. So then we go to the next point is self-control and detachment. So when we let's say something is tempting us, so it comes in very beguiling ways. These temptations just doesn't drop like that, they slowly and gradually just creep in. Like sometimes, like this octopus, the octopus slowly it takes its tentacles and slowly it crushes its prey. So, like that, it doesn't just directly attack Maya. Slowly it will come, and slowly it will try to, with its tentacles of the Maya, will slowly uh, engulf you slowly, and then after it's totally caught hold, then it will start giving you the crushing effect. So these temptations of the celestial beings, they are very powerful actually, but it's a powerful affirmation that at the critical importance of self-control and detachment we should have within us, within our spiritual practice. So we are chanting slowly, the Maya will come. Oh, you're tired today. Oh, your back is aching. You just need to lie down for 10 minutes, and when the 10 minutes are over, you can get up and chant very nice rounds. But will that happen? When we lie down for 10 minutes, it becomes few hours. So this is the trick of Maya always. So we should be very, very strong. His deep meditative state and unwavering focus serve as a formidable shields against sensual distractions, inspiring us to cultivate these essential qualities in our spiritual pursuits. So we should be inspired by Markandeya Rishi. Always think of such great devotees like Markandeya Rishi, who had done this austerities for not 1-2 years but for yugas. Okay, so for 6 manvantaras he had done these austerities. So can we not give a few years of our life? Now we are already in middle age. Most of us are coming towards middle age or almost old age like me. So even when we are in this age, can we not give a few more years? Forget about Markandeya Rishi. He was born in such a place, such a time, and such a manvantara, that he got this boon to be alive for so many years, such a long life. We don't have that, but can we not give that little bit, few hours, few years, not even the entire year, but we are only given few hours of a day to, can we not give that at least with full determination? We can do that. At least we can be inspired by Markandeya Rishi. So the narrative of Markandeya Rishi is encapsulating all these things. His journey is not only highlighting us so many challenges are coming, but it's also giving us the hope that divine force is there for us, guiding us. So then we talk about the appearance of the Supreme Lord. So now, after seeing his determination, after seeing what he went through with Cupid and the Apsaras trying to, entice him, then the Lord becomes very compassionate and he appears in front of him. So let's see. Now it's showing how the Supreme Lord is revealing himself to Markandeya Rishi in divine form of Narayana. It's a stunning manifestation on this testament to the Lord's boundless mercy. So the Lord is coming here, giving his mercy, and he is so beautiful. The Lord is so beautiful. His complexion is celestial garments, and so he serves as potent symbols not only for their transcendental nature but also of their roles as divine sages. So in their divine appearance they come as beautiful Narayana, and this showing us what is the profound truth, that the heartfelt devotion and earnest penance, if we do, then we can invoke Narayana Rishi or whoever the Lord we are inspired and by the Lord, whoever the Lord comes in that form. Of course, he was for 6 manvantaras, Markandeya Rishi was praying to Hari, to the Lord. But at that time, which Lord wants to come and give darshan? We cannot say. So right, Narayana Rishi wanted to come and give darshan to him. They became very pleased and he got their divine darshan. So Markandeya Rishi's heartfelt reaction was there when they appeared. He exemplified the essence of true humility and devotion. What are his gestures? Falling down, prostrate, dandavats, and offering deep obeisances and preparing for worship, and reflects the sacred attitude of a devotee must embrace in the presence of the divine. So we all can think of this. We can meditate on this. So Krishna, I am chanting your rounds. I am chanting, I am calling out to you. I am praying to you. Maybe one day you will come in front of me. So let's say if one day that happens, what will we do? We have to be prepared for it, right? Okay, one day Krishna will come. Then we should not become bewildered. Oh, what I can do? I don't know anything. Then we should remember what Markandeya Rishi is doing here. So his gestures first is and foremost is fall down flat on the ground, offer your dandavat pranams, or if we are in a female body, panchanga pranam, and then with offer obeisances with our words also, and we start preparing for worship. Bring flowers, bring fruits, give them the Lord's seat to sit, and then all these things we must be very ready for all these things. We cannot just at that moment become bewildered and say, "Oh, I don't know what to do." We should meditate on this. Very nice pastime, this one. So it generally is affirming that genuine devotion is manifested not merely through emotions but also action, profound submission and reverence. And then we see the nature of God as the source of all existence. Markandeya articulated, now he starts offering prayers to the Lord, right? So he is saying that intricate connection is there between the Supreme Lord and the material world, and he's explaining how the Lord is the creator, sustainer, ultimately the withdrawer of the universe, akin to a spider spinning its web and then retracting the web. So this powerful analogy encapsulates the God's profound and ongoing engagement in the cycles of existence. So this concept deeply reinforces the understanding of God as the fundamental cause behind all phenomena. Acknowledging God's supreme authority is paramount for any soul seeking liberation from shackles of material existence. So Markandeya Rishi, he is expressing, now he is taking the shelter of the lotus feet of the Lord. How does he do that? By his taking refuge of the Lord's lotus feet, and at this is the only antidote to the fears and dangers. So Samashitaye padapallavaplavam mahatpadam punyayasho murare bhavamudi vatsa padam 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 yadvipadam natesham vipadam. Vipadam means fears, dangers. Natesham means it's not there, it doesn't exist. For whom? Samashitaye padapallavam palam. Who has taken the samashita, the total shelter of the padapallava plavam, who has taken the boat of the lotus feet of the Lord. So this is a very dangerous material world, which is like an ocean of misery, and this ocean of misery there is a boat. Which is that boat? That boat is the lotus feet of the Lord. Pallava plavam, that is the boat of the Lord and the Lord's lotus feet, and you have taken full shelter of this. Then for you there is no danger. What? The ocean becomes like a vatsa padam. So parampadam means the spiritual world become, the material miseries of the ocean becomes like a hoof, like a water in the hoof print of a calf. When the calf walks, calf means the cow's baby. The calf walks, his hoof print is so small, right? Not even the cow, but its calf. Its hoof print is very small. And the hoof print, that impression, if there's some water in that, how much only is that water? So little. So the entire ocean is reduced to that. Okay. Then parampadam becomes that other side of that hoof print is the parampadam, that is the spiritual world, and this side we are standing. Okay, how easy is it for us to just cross over that little bit water? Very easy. So for a person who has taken complete shelter, samashitaye padapallava plavam mahatpadam punya yasho murare, the murari is full of yasha, he is full of glory, he is full of power. And so bhavambudhi means the miseries of this ocean of miseries. Vatsapadam parampadam. So vatsapadam, it becomes as small as vatsapadam, that means small print of a calf, and parampadam becomes very easy for him. Then vipadam is tesham, na tesham. Vipadam means all these dangers or fears or becomes insignificant, okay, faced by the conditions. So the lotus feet stands as a symbol of divine protection and supreme refuge. So we have to take supreme refuge, samashita. This theme underscores a cardinal truth in genuine security and liberation can only be attained through surrendering to God. In highlight, the material world is riddled with fear, and only sincere devotion can one find solace and escaping from suffering. Right? So this there is also one shloka there it is said that this material world is riddled with fear. What is that? Bhayam. Bhayam dvitiya, because of dvitiya. That means because of duality. So we were saying the recap also about the duality. So because of duality there is fear. Bhayam dvitiya abhine veshatasya. So then what happens? Because we are in this duality, then we become viparyaya smriti. Then our smriti becomes totally gone. We becomes viparyaya because our smriti means our smriti of being a jiva, a soul, being the servant of the Lord. It becomes totally disturbed and gone. It's totally gone, viparyaya. And not only gone, viparyaya means it becomes opposite. So instead of we thinking that this is Maya and this is Krishna, that means we must, because of duality, we start thinking that Maya is the truth, and we don't think of Krishna at all. So this becomes opposite. Viparyaya means to become opposite. So we start feeling like we are controlled. Then Maya starts controlling us. So this is the sorry state of affairs for us. So modes of material nature. So this passage delves deep into the three modes of material nature: goodness, passion, ignorance, and their profound impact on humanity. So these are all the prayers which Markandeya Rishi is talking to Krishna. I am suffering from these three gunas. So even Sanatana Goswami says, "Ke ami kene more jate tapatraya." So why are these three tapatraya? Three tapas. Tapa, traya. Traya means three, and tapas means miseries. So why are these three modes of material nature impacting so much of miseries on me? So he asks Lord Chaitanya. So Lord Chaitanya first tells him that Jive Swarupa Krishna is Nitya Das, you are a Nitya Das, and because you are a Nitya Das of Krishna and you have recognized it. You have recognized that you are a Jiva who is surrendered to the Lord and who is a servant of the Lord. Since you have recognized it and since you are a devotee, and because of that, Tomanaya Tapatra, you don't have any Tapatra, don't worry. Okay, this Tapatra will not affect you. That's what Mahaprabhu says in the Madhya Leela of Chaitanya Charitamrita. It powerfully asserts that while all modes are intricately woven into God's creation, it is the only mode of goodness that paves the way to liberation. So all the three modes are, of course, material, but still there is a springboard. As we said, springboard means from that springboard we jump into what into the spiritual world. So if you want to go higher, you need a springboard, and when that springboard is there, you can jump higher. So when we want to go to the spiritual world, we need a springboard, and that springboard is the mode of goodness. So that mode takes us to the path of liberation. So the exploration of the three modes reveals the transformative potential of nurturing goodness and for spiritual elevation. So if we want to elevate spiritually, we should nurture like they say there are two wolves in everyone. One is the bad wolf and one is the good wolf. And if we feed the bad wolf, then what will happen? The good wolf will die. Bad wolf will take over. So we have to feed the good wolf. So nurturing the goodness. So we have to nurture the goodness within us. Every time we see, we take up, whether it's Krishna or Maya, we choose Krishna. So the more we start choosing Krishna or Maya, the more we are nurturing goodness. So the goodness quality is increasing in us. So that's where spiritual elevation will take place. As devotees, we all know how to discriminate which is Maya, which is Krishna. But we willingly choose Maya many times. But that is due to our tininess and also so many of our past karmas and past whatever we have been ingrained within ours. So we take, but knowingly. Because now we are devotees, we can discriminate. Before we were devotees, we don't know what. We just know only what is Maya. But we don't know what is Krishna. Now we know this is Krishna, this is Maya. Sometimes, but due to the weakness of the heart, Hridaya Daurbalyam, we still choose, sometimes we choose Maya. So that is because of weakness of the heart, and we have a choice every time, and each time when we choose Krishna or Maya, our spiritual elevation happens. So it sets a clear distinction between divine attributes of God and often confined qualities of material existence, urging us to aspire towards goodness, transcend our limitations. So always aspire, want to be in goodness, want to be in goodness, want to be Sattva-guna, 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 and that will help us to transcend our limitations. So then what is the role of Vedic knowledge? So this text emphasizes the vital importance of Vedic knowledge as a radiant beacon guiding us to comprehend the Supreme Personality of God. It provides reassurance that even the most esteemed sages like Brahma can find a profound clarity and direction through the teachings of the Vedas. So as we know, even when Brahmaji sleeps during his night, which is again how many days, how many yugas, 1000 chaturya time, not that the yugas are happening, but at that time everything is under delusion, right? Devastated. So when Brahmaji wakes up, he has to again start creation, because it mentions that when he sleeps, he loses all that information which is there for his creation. Then again he has to refer to the Vedas once again refers to the Vedas. So even Brahmaji can find profound clarity and teachings in the directions in the teachings of the Vedas. So then again he refers to the Vedas and then creates the entire secondary creation. So this underscores the inadequacy of relying solely on empirical or speculative methodologies. So we can't just solely rely only on these speculative things, okay? Which right now in our spiritual journey, we are only depending on the mercy of the Lord, the mercy of the Vaishnavas, and we are not even thinking of this. But there are other spiritual journeys. This is not only this is bhakti. Bhakti doesn't depend on. Bhakti is independent. But what about the others? They are still depending on speculative methodologies, right? Impersonalists especially. So it stresses that such approaches fall short in realizing the divine. So they cannot realize the divine so very easily, thus reinforcing the essential nature of surrendering to serving the divine. So we have to surrender, and by surrendering, that is the way we can easily realize the Supreme. So next is the limitations of material understanding. Markandeya Rishi, he is observing the materialists governed by their senses, bodily identities, and they are remaining blind to the omnipresence of the Lord. He is seeing all these things. Every yuga, people are coming, every yuga is happening. Imagine, we are also 6 manvantaras. If we get a lifespan, what will happen? Can we see? We see all these materialists also have in front of us even now. So imagine 6 manvantaras, you see Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapar Yuga, Kali Yuga, again Satya Yuga, like 1000 times. Then again 1000 Satya Yuga, that time there is nothing, devastation. And then again it starts. And again you see all these yugas. So you are seeing this for how many years, how many months, how many, I don't know. So it is still seeing them the same. They are governed by the senses, their bodily identities are remaining, they are blind to the Lord's omnipresence. So he is bewildered. He is seeing this starkly illustrates the deceptive nature of material perception. So he is very sad. Markandeya Rishi is sad. Like, look at these people. They never learn. Yuga after yuga, the same thing happens. This theme illustrates the crucial need to transcend the confines of the material existence, to break free. Come on, break free of this cycle. The cycle is just going on and on and on. It articulates that true realization of the divine demands a fundamental shift in consciousness away from material attachments that bind us. So first and foremost, we must recognize that we are in the cycle of birth and death. And once we recognize where we are, what is happening to us, then we should very, very uh, try to break free. We should try to break free that somebody is binding us. If we don't even know we are bound, and we are happily in this material existence, trying to enjoy, trying to make use of this material world. So where is the question of breaking free from illusion? So we have to first do that. First try to break free. And if we are trying to break free, then the Lord will also help us. And we have to shift our consciousness from this material. Okay, this is the things which are binding me. This is the thing which is binding me. This is the thing which will bind me in future if I do this. So like this, if we constantly think of each and everything, uh, then it is possible for us to break free. So next, pure devotion versus mixed approaches. So there's mixed devotion and pure devotion. So let's see, passage culminates in the powerful assertion: pure devotion is untainted by fruitive activities, speculative philosophy. So karma and jnana marga are jnana karmadi anavritam. Pure devotion is what? This is the shloka given by Rupa Goswami, the Bhaktivedanta Sindhu. We see that Rupa Goswami is saying that this bhakti should be jnana karmadi anavritam. That means it must be beyond the jnana and beyond the karma, and it should be pure. Bhakti is pure. Okay, pure devotion is uttama bhakti is pure, leading to an enlightened understanding of God. It vividly contrasts the purity of devotion with mixed motivations often seen in the spiritual practice. So spiritual practice, so many people are doing so many types of spiritual practices, so many mixed devotion services going on. What are the mixed devotion service? Sangha Siddha Bhakti, Aropa Siddha Bhakti. All these bhaktis are, they are not true bhaktis, but they look like bhakti. Okay, we are doing devotion. We are doing something for Krishna. Okay, I am offering and I am eating. So main thing is eating. But then because you cannot eat directly offering to Krishna, yes, that is bhakti, but that is mixed bhakti. So we need pure bhakti. We need pure devotion. Doesn't mean that you don't have to eat. That doesn't mean that. But we are not doing offering to the Lord only for our eating. We are offering to the Lord with bhava, thinking that the Lord is the one to be served and we are serving Him, and then we take the remnants from the Lord's plate. So that is the mood. So the bhakti also is made in different ways. The mixed devotional service is there. Where karma siddha, karma and jnana and all these things are also there mixed along with that is called Sangha Siddha Bhakti. Sangha Siddha Bhakti means mixed devotion with different karma, mixed with jnana, bhakti mixed with. So bhakti is like sometimes kept aside, and jnana and karma become more prominent. So then that is called mixed devotional service. So the distinction serves as an invaluable compass for spiritual seekers, affirming that genuine selfless devotion is the highest, most fulfilling path to spiritual enlightenment. So genuine devotional service means pure bhakti. Okay, so nirguna bhakti. So it strongly suggests that without relinquishing material desires, we will be unable to grasp ultimate reality. So unless and until we give up material desires in any form, we will not be able to grasp Krishna. Okay, the core principles of devotion is told here, the essence of God and all that, and then within the rich framework of bhakti philosophy, it is inspiring us that relationship is built with love. Divine love is built on love, reverence, and surrender. So these three things must be there, and clearly differentiating pure devotion from mere ritualistic okay, forget about even Sangha Siddha Bhakti, some mere rituals and speculative pursuits. So these are even worse than even the mixed devotion, right? So this is pure devotion. So we'll take a break here if for 2 minutes, 3 minutes. So if anybody has any questions.
हरे कृष्ण माता जी, दंडवत प्रणाम। हरे कृष्ण माता जी, दंडवत प्रणाम।
No questions. So shall we
Mostly,
continue?
Prabhuji, Mataji did not hear our voice.
Mataji, can you hear?
Is anybody saying something? I can't hear anything.
Yes, I am saying something. You
Oh,
are
I'm
not
not
able
able
to
to
hear.
hear. Just give me a minute. I'm unable to hear anything. Hare Krishna. Can someone say something?
Yes, Mataji, can you hear
I can't
now?
hear.
Yes, Mataji, we are able to hear you, but you are not able to hear our voice.
Hare Krishna.
Can you
Hello.
hear me? Can you hear me, Mataji? No, she is not able to hear.
Oh, something went wrong. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
My speaker is okay. Why I'm not able to hear you?
Can you
Anyway,
hear me now?
I think something is wrong with my. Should I join again? What should I do?
Yes, try. If you are able to hear.
Okay, I'll just leave and join again.
Has anybody heard the story of Naradharayana Rishi and Sahasra Kavacha?
No.
And how Sahasra Kavacha, he was the one who was born as Karna in Mahabharata.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay, if we have time, we'll hear that story also.
Okay, Prabhu, I can hear you now. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
Now, Mataji, we are able to hear. You are able to hear our voice.
Yes, I'm able to hear you. Thank you. I just came back.
Okay, Mataji.
So, were you saying something, Raksha Mataji?
यस माता जी, मार्कंडेय ऋषि ने ये जो सारा प्रलय देखा, वो उनको इच्छा थी ना, वो माया को देखने की, भगवान से उन्होंने मांगा था।
वो बाद में एक्चुअली उनका उतना लाइफ स्पैन था, उनको वो वरदान में मिला था, पर
हाँ,
वो
हाँ।
माया देखने की इच्छा उनको बाद में हुई, मीन्स 7th मनवंतरा में हुई, तभी उन्होंने
अच्छा,
वो
अच्छा।
देखा.
अच्छा।
His lifetime was 7 kalpas.
7 kalpas means 7. One kalpa
700
is
years of Brahmaji life.
7 days of Brahma.
7 days of Brahma, and after
Yeah.
Days.
each
7
day
days
there
of
is
Brahma.
night.
One day of Brahma, there are 14 Manus, right?
Correct.
14 Manus in 1 day of Brahma. So, he is in the 7th day of Brahmaji, like that.
Yes,
But, and in the beginning of the Bhagavatam, in this Bhagavatam, beginning of this chapter, it's mentioned that he's in the 2nd day of Brahma. 2 days of Brahma have passed, Shaunakrishi is saying, according to his lifespan. So
yes.
still another 7 days of Brahma. Still another so many days are left.
we are tired with this much of lifetime. How he must be
प्रभु जी
enduring.
हम लोग तो ये लाइफ टाइम में कहते क्या बस हो गया अभी थक गए
Unimaginable, huh?
रियली
Okay, let me share. So, shall I continue?
Yes, yes.
Thank you. Okay, austerity and discipline, spiritual discipline of Markandeya Rishi. So, the life of Markandeya Rishi is a powerful testament to the practice of rigorous austerity and unwavering discipline, both of which are vital for Jayasri. This is all repeated, we already said this many times over. Self control and dedication, extraordinary dedication. So, this is Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakura's comments. We are going through the same, so well spot on whatever is, whatever was not mentioned earlier. Otherwise, we'll just go skim through the whole thing. So, discipline is not a practice. It's not just a practice, but I mean, it is a practice, but it's not merely a practice. But it is a path. We should remember that it is a pathway to spiritual enlightenment also. So, we have had to traverse that pathway. Okay, so spiritual pathway is enlightenment is the goal, and that pathway we have to traverse by discipline. So discipline is so important for us. Waking up early for Mangalarti, then eating only Krishna Prasadam. All these are disciplines which will help us. Okay, self-restraint must be there. Then we'll get unwavering devotion. So, what a dramatic struggle it was. Indra was aided by Cupid and Rapsaras and all those divine. The whole party had gone with all kinds of instruments and all to disrupt Markandeya's deep meditation. So, is showing us how such a vivid description is given in the Bhagavatam, how they try to distract Markandeya Rishi. How just by the appearance of Indra has showed Indra and the Cupid, appearance of Cupid immediately, the beautiful flowers everywhere, fruits and birds and everything started chirping and everything was so wonderful, so beautiful. Imagine you have seen devastations, you have seen so many things, and suddenly your surrounding becomes so wonderful, beautiful. Definitely you will feel like resting for a while, no? After so much of austerities you have done. Let me eat, enjoy some fruits, enjoy some beautiful scenery. Even when we do, we go for spiritual tour retreats and all that. We also go for some with our friends and families. We go out for some yatras and all that. So there also we try to seek. Of course, darshan of the Lord is the most important point in our yatra. But still, we try to seek comfort, right? We try to connect with the proper devotees in that yatra, and then we try to get whatever good prasadam or good darshan or easy, all these things, huh? So why not? Even when the Cupid came with all the apsaras and all, it was he could have Markandeya Rishi could have thought that because I did so many austerities for so many years, this is the fruit is coming my way. I didn't go seeking for it. It has come in front of me. Why not just relax for a while, take it easy. But did he do that? He didn't do that. Okay, so Markandeya Rishi was resolute. He said, no way, I'm going to get allured by your all these things. And therefore, it is this theme is coming like a very powerful metaphor for inner struggles. So if we have inner struggles, all of us individuals, we must confront them. We should navigate their whatever inner struggles are there. Their quest for spiritual truth is there. We should elevate all these things by using the power that resides in our hearts, okay, in our ability to resist the temptations which are coming in front of us. Okay, so that's the theme. Then the nature of reality and illusion of this material world. So enchanting apsaras were there, beautiful landscape was there, so many illusions were there. What a beautiful backdrop was there, seductive springtime was there, beautiful music was there. So all the senses. So the nose was getting aromas of wonderful flowers and fruits. Then the ears were getting all this dancing of the apsaras, and musical instruments were being played. Wonderful ragas were being played. So it's mentioned, right? Whenever you hear a particular raga, all the emotions will come within you automatically, because your body is tuned like that. So then imagine you hear wonderful ragas and you're getting all excited, and then there's beautiful scenery over there with eyes are also getting what they want, ears also getting what they want, nose is getting what it wants. So beautiful apsaras are dancing in front of you. Why not? You get bewildered, right? So many sensory experiences are coming all one shot. So this theme is saying that the material realm is not real, actually it is temporary, and so many distractions are there, and it will divert us from our pursuit of spiritual truth. But we should look beyond this superficial thing. We should always remember what is coming in front of us is not permanent. This is just a distraction. This is only disturbing us from going on our path. How many times can we do that? We have to do it that all the time, and we have to choose Krishna. Okay. Then mystic potency and divine protection. So Markandeya Rishi, he had mystic powers, right? Because he was doing tapasya for how many years, yugas. So the celestial beings of one yuga, right? The celestial being of one yuga. So that celestial being was insignificant for him. His mystic prowess was so much, and he also chose again and again, in spite of so much of distraction, again and again chose Krishna only. He was very disciplined. Okay, so this theme is telling us how the transformative power of sincere devotion and meditation. If we are sincere, if we are very very strong, and we always want to only meditate on the Lord, so no matter what, we will choose Krishna. Okay, it's inspiring us to let us immerse ourselves, let us immerse in our dedicated practice, let us do our chanting, reading, and associating with devotees very rigidly, and then we can also harness spiritual strength. We can also shield ourselves from this negativity, and we can also get confront the life's challenges which are coming in front of us with grace and resilience very strongly. So what is the role of the guru and the spiritual guidance? So Markandeya Rishi's deep reverence for spiritual teacher and his commitment to ritualistic practices reflect the indispensable role of a guidance to spiritual path. His acts of fasting and dedicated service to this guru demonstrate an unparalleled respect for teacher-student relationship. So who was his guru? According to here, as soon as Brahminical initiation was done, he immediately started meditating on the Lord. That's what is given this in the Srimad Bhagavatam. But Sharad Prabhu, can you tell who was the guru of Markandeya Rishi? Anybody knows?
Guru of Markandeya Rishi
Pardon me?
should be his father only.
Should be the father, because those days the fathers only gave the Brahminical initiation to the sons. So his father was Mrukanda Rishi. So Mrukanda Rishi could be his guru. I don't know. That is what is not mentioned, and I don't have the information. If anybody has the information, please share. But he was emphasizing this theme, that the importance of having a guru and navigate the spiritual journey is important. Then only you will get the darshan of, like, that's why he was glorifying Nara. When he's saying the Nara, out of Naranaran Rishi, he was saying, Nara, you are the best disciple of the best guru. That is Krishna, calling Krishna Krishnam Vande Jagat Guru. So Krishna is the Jagat Guru, and you are Arjuna. Arjuna came in form of Nara. So you Arjuna, you are the best disciple of the best Guru. So he is reassuring the readers that by embracing wisdom and teachings of the knowledgeable master, then we can get clarity and direction in our pursuit of our truth. Okay. So this passage illuminates profound journey of Markandeya Rishi as a beacon of spiritual dedication and resilience. It acknowledges the challenges faced by individuals, and this we have done again and again. Ultimately, this narrative serves as a powerful reminder that true strength resides in inner discipline. Okay, so this is the repetition. So then we go to the next point, where divine mercy and personal connection. So in this passage, the Lord's profound desire is there now. Now reciprocation we are talking about. How the Lord wants to shower His mercy. So once he sees our dedication, once he sees our sincerity, what the Lord will do, He will also is eager to come and show Himself to us. Okay, that He wanted to come and see Markandeya Rishi. So this is the sacred interaction that happened. In this light, divine mercy is very, very is coming as a compassion from the loving grace of the Lord. So the Lord comes as He offers a vision. Okay, so it's not that He's just some abstract, detached God. So He is coming as a deity. He's coming the deity also who is responsive. Do you all know about Radharaman deity? Is always mentioned by Sevites, that Radharaman deity, when they dress him, then they decorate him, the whoever is decorating that day, the Radharaman is not showing his teeth at all. He is not showing his. But when the darshan opens and he sees that his devotees are so eager to have his darshan, and he sees particular very, very wonderful devotees, immediately he shows his dantavali. He shows his beautiful teeth. And you have seen that in many photos, right? Radharaman deity
Yes,
showing
Mataji.
his dantavali, showing his beautiful teeth. So it seems that during the it's not that he shows his teeth all the time. That also we know. He doesn't show. Sometimes you see Radharaman's photo, there's no display of teeth. Sometimes, like recently, I saw one photo where his lower teeth are seen. So amazing! It was so amazing. Normally, his upper teeth can be seen, but in this photo, I could see the lower teeth. I was like, wow! It's like he's so alive. He's so compassionate, and he's displaying his mercy to his devotees. So if it can happen now in these days with us, we only have like a short lifespan, and we only have like a very limited devotion to the Lord. With that limited devotion and limited offering, the Lord is getting so pleased that is giving us a darshan, a vision. Then how can we think of Markandeya Rishi was worshipping the Lord for yugas, and then the Lord is giving him revelation, and that we cannot even compare, right? But still, the Lord is so kind, so merciful. So then we see how austere he was and how he got his self-realization. So he was unwavering in his commitment to penance, that we saw. We saw that many times. And because of that, because of his austerities, Narayana Rishi came and gave him darshan. So austerities is a pathway to transcendental realization. So this we have seen. So what is the nature of worship? So he see Markandeya Rishi's heartfelt acts of worship towards Narayana Rishi. So how beautifully he worshipped the Lord, and we saw how he gave them so nice place to sit and worshipped him with fruits and flowers. So it's a dynamic relationship. It's not just like something which is abstract, right? And it is nurturing a bond between the Lord and himself. So this is Narayana Rishi, a concept of divine forms. So they appear in their diverse forms, ranging from brilliant white to deep black, right? The Lord, he can take various forms, and in various forms, various colors, and he can all come. He's all encompassing essence of the sacred is there, and he's reflecting in infinite in so many ways. In his divinity can manifest. So this theme is underscoring that intimate and personal nature of the Lord is there, and his devotees, through which he is connecting with his devotees, and he's showing them with their own experiences. They can see, they can touch the Lord, they can have dialogue with the Lord, and like this, he is interacting with the Lord in so many different incarnations. And then the next point is the role of the time and fear. So, how Markandeya Rishi is showing that the universal dread of time is there, and fear is there. That even exalted beings like Brahma cannot escape. So Brahma also has to go through all these things. So like that. So this paints God as the ultimate sanctuary. So the Lord only can help us. Only He is the one whom we can take shelter from, divine support. So this is showing us how the nature of the material existence and inevitability of death and all that. And then it is showing how we should be so very careful, and that we must be, this is the last life, this should be like, this should be the last life. So there's urgency of pursuit is there. We have to be very, this is the last life, we cannot wait anymore. That should be our mood. So knowledge and illusion, and that is knowledge and Maya. So how learned scholars and all, they are bewildered sometimes by the complexity of the divine, and then what happens, that the empirical knowledge alone falls short of fully comprehending God's true nature. So empirical knowledge is not going to help us. What is helping us? Divine knowledge, divine Vedic knowledge will help us, and if we have deeper understanding, we'll get of the divine. So this theme is telling us about the limitations of material knowledge, and then we have to have spiritual knowledge, and with humility and spiritual pursuits, then we can get the. So this passage illuminates the profound relationship between the devotees and the divine. So next. So the vital role of Vedic knowledge. So yesterday we read about how Vedic knowledge is so important, and we delved deep into this. So how Lord Brahma also, how they risk the bewilderment, and therefore we take guidance from the sacred text is very, very important. That we need that Vedas or Puranas. They reveal us. They are revered as revealed scriptures. Why? Because they are not just some texts, but they are offering deep guidance. So in deep insights into our lives, how to achieve God, and then it is enabling us to grasp our unique relationship with the Lord. So Rupa Goswami's insights on pure bhakti, his Anyabhilashita Shunyam Jnana Karmadi Anavritam Anukulena Krishnanushevalam Bhaktiruttama. So this Uttam Bhakti, or how Rupa Goswami is talking about is, he is saying that there is distinction between pure bhakti and jnana and karma, and he is asserting that true bhakti must be devoid of motivations. So anyabhilashita shunyam. So, and speculative knowledge is that knowledge which is not supported by Guru, Sadhu and Shastra. So that should not be taken. Revealing pure bhakti. So Uttama Bhakti, what pure devotional service, what Rupa Goswami is teaching is that complete surrender to the Lord must be there, and should transcend the dualities of knowledge and action. Jnana Karmadi Anavritam. So when Vedic knowledge is vital, it should serve as a stepping stone to a deeper relation. Pure bhakti blossoms from love and devotion, unclouded by ulterior motives. So Anyabhilashita Shunyam. He did not say all Abhilashita Shunyam. Anyabhilashita Shunyam. Anya Abhilashita. That means other than Krishna, other than Krishna's service, other than seva, other than bhakti, or other Abhilasha must be Shunyam. Then the dynamic interplay between Vedic knowledge and devotion. Here we see Vedic knowledge as a fuel for devotion. Bhagavat Tattva Vijnanam. The science of Bhagavan Shri Krishna is acting as an essential catalyst. So that is important. Bhagavat Tattva Vijnanam is so important, that will only guide us and give us pure devotional service. And avoiding pitfalls of intellectualism. So Rupa Goswami also issues a crucial reminder that excessive focus on jnana. So don't get trapped in this intellectualism. Okay, so it will disturb us, it will distract us from the actual devotional service. So is the caution given by Rupa Goswami. Then here, striking balance between knowledge and devotion. So we should strike a balance between bhakti and jnana. So what is that? Rupa Goswami's teachings advocate for harmonious relationship between Vedic knowledge and devotion. So even Vedic knowledge also, we should have a harmonious relationship. We should not even totally get submerged, so that we totally forget about our goal and Krishna also. So we try to become very knowledgeable and intelligent, and we want to show off. Then we become trapped. So ultimate aim is that knowledge will transform into deep love and passion. Okay, so knowledge should serve as a bridge to an enriched experience of divine love, leading to bhakti, pure bhakti. Okay, so that is that. And in conclusion, Rupa Goswami's teachings are reminding us how to perform pure devotional service, and that even most enlightened being Brahma can also become bewildered without devotional knowledge. So we must strike a balance between these elements, and we should pave way for richer spiritual experience and deeper understanding of relationship with the Lord. So here, lesson A and lesson B are the applications, the transformative power of austerity and discipline. So dedicated commitment to spiritual practices, austerity and celibacy, what we will get? We will get a resilient strength to stand against distractions of Maya. Okay, then if we embrace our routine, okay, we discipline, meditation, prayer, everything, then what will happen? Then we can get free from self-doubt, distraction, negative influences and all that which is threatening us, that will be gone. So embracing divine mercy and support, just as Markandeya Rishi was receiving help from Narayana Rishi, so we also can trust that the divine will help us if we have sincere devotion. Okay, so we will not be left alone. Then next is embracing the humility in learning, recognizing our own limitations. Even the most brilliant minds can find themselves. Sometimes we also can go astray, but with genuine humility and devotion, we can enrich our spiritual journey. So then the goal of spiritual practice is, of course, divine lotus feet of the Lord, and that is only the one which will represents us liberation and free from worldly sufferings, union with the divine. Okay, so keeping our sights firmly set on spiritual goals, what we should do? We should always go along with our daily life with motivation, action and highest spiritual aspirations. Then how will that come about? By serving others, by serving the divine, by serving the devotees. That will help us. So we must always have strengthened our ties to divine community, always must be with devotees, right? Yes, that is important. Actively engage in kindness, service, whether through volunteering at a local shelter or helping a neighbor in need or whatever, we have to do that, and we have to connect with the divine community. Preaching is very important, and all these important aspect angas of preaching is to do devotional service to the community also. So true comprehension of divine, the role of knowledge is going beyond in mere mental speculation, intellectual understanding. It's beyond that. We have to commit to the regular study of Vedas, regular reading Prabhupada's books, reflecting on the teachings, and we have to deepen our understanding with discussing with the devotees. So that is the conclusion. We should share our experiences, kathayantascha parasparam, we should do that. Okay. Tushyanti charamanti cha. Krishna will also be happy, we will also be happy. If we do that, we should read from the books and we should discuss. And we should always have devotion, humility, and that will help us have a deeper understanding of the divine. So I stop here. Thank you all very much for patiently listening. It's a very, very long class today.
Thank you, Mataji. Wonderful
Thank you, Mataji.
session.
If anybody
Very
has any
nice.
questions.
Very wonderful, Mataji. As usual, very nice.
Thank you, Mataji, for wonderful class.
Thank
So
you.
many takes away. We have to learn so many things from this
Yeah,
episode.
today's we have taken
Too
so
good,
much
too
from
good.
Mahamaya. Thank you
We
all.
have to be very particular in our sadhana.
Sadhana.
We should be very strict with us.
Yes.
हम लोग क्या करते हैं, दूसरों पे बहुत
Bhakti
स्ट्रिक्टनेस दिखाते हैं.
हाँ.
यस,
Bhaktisiddhanta
हम पे
Saraswati
स्ट्रिक्ट
Thakur
नहीं रहते. हाँ माता जी, बोलिए बोलिए.
Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur said, must beat the mind with the shoes 100 times in the morning and with a broomstick 100 times in the night. That means what?
Yes, माता जी, very true.
Yes, Mataji, that's something I really like. What does that mean, Mataji? मतलब क्या like, how
That
do we
means
beat
the-
the mind?
Okay, beat the mind means what? Must keep the mind under control. That's what it means. Beat the mind means, because the mind is, like I said, Avishuddha Kartu, it is like always trying to do the wrong things in the mind. That is the job of the mind. The job of the mind is that it is going to put unfavorable things in our mind, within our intelligence and in the mind. It'll show us the most unfavorable things to bhakti. Keep on telling us, do this, do this, do this, do this. That is the
Always the war between mind and brain.
that is the duty of the mind. So it has to be beaten. It has to be kept in place. It has to be scolded. It has to be told. Have you ever tried scolding your mind, Prabhu?
No, Mataji, never. It's always the other way. It beats me around.
No, Prabhu. Try to. We have to scold our mind. We have to beat our mind. We have to scold it every day. We have to scold. We have to scold and we have to tell.
But Mataji,
quiet.
रघुनाथ दास गोस्वामी speak very gentle. मन शिक्षा में हमने देखा, बहुत प्रेम
that is
से
because
समझाते हैं.
that is his mind is very gentle. Our mind
Otherwise,
is Rakshasa. So you have to first, we have to listen to Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur first and then listen to Raghunath Das Goswami. When mind is little bit calmed down,
yeah.
then we can talk to the mind. Now the mind is so boisterous. It's not even listening. It's not in a listening mood at all. It's just doing nonsense. So first we have to
Indeed. For me, definitely.
माता जी, अब सब मालूम होने के बाद भी हम जो नहीं करना चाहते वो करते ही है, हो ही जाता है. मन इतना पावरफुल है, करवा ही देता है.
No, that is because we are even if the mind is like not, it's quiet for some time, we should still keep on beating it. We should keep on the, it on like child when it's very, very naughty. The parents are like always aware where the child is going, what the child is doing, and always trying to control the child, right? Like that we have to control the mind always. So sometimes we just give it a little bit leeway, that's it. That's the wrong thing we do sometimes, that we give it a little bit relax.
Little freedom.
No, don't give it freedom at all. So the mind must be like that, and it's possible if you keep scolding the mind. Try from today, just scold the mind every day. You scold the mind. You mind, you are a useless fellow. You have done this to me. You are the one I am existing like this. This body has been given to me because of you. Keep on scolding the mind again and again and again. You try it and you will see within one day you will see the difference.
क्योंकि उसको उल्टा करने की आदत है ना माता जी, उसको उल्टा करने की आदत है। हम जो बोलेंगे वो नहीं करेगा, तो उसको उल्टा बोलो तो वो करेगा।
उसको ना बिना वजह के भी उसको
हम्म।
स्कोल्ड करना चाहिए, बिना वजह
और
के.
माता
देयर
जी,
इज नो नीड फॉर,
हाँ,
लेट्स से योर माइंड हैज नॉट डन एनीथिंग टू यू टुडे, mind is very peaceful and quiet, scold it because of you I am suffering, you are the one, you are the one. Like this, if you keep on scolding the mind will not have a chance to show its face to us, otherwise it's constantly disturbing.
माता जी, माइंड को किसी भी तरह की छूट मत दो कभी भी, हैं?
हाँ,
कभी भी
छुट्टी देना
किसी भी
क्या ही
तरह
नहीं,
की
उसको चांस ही नहीं देने का.
चांस ही नहीं देने का, बट वो हो नहीं पाता।
हो नहीं पाता ना, ट्राई, उसी का तो डिसिप्लिन करना है, उसी का प्रैक्टिस करना है. अब ये आज
हाँ
सुना है ना हमने मार्कंडेय ऋषि ने क्या किया, तो उसी का
हाँ,
प्रैक्टिस करना है हमको. प्रैक्टिस
बिल्कुल माता
प्रैक्टिस
जी।
प्रैक्टिस. अगर आपको नहीं भी मन मन में लग रहा है कि नहीं नहीं, माइंड को क्या, भी माइंड तो चुपचाप ही बैठा है, हम नहीं, फिर भी उसको गाली देना है उसको बोलना है कि तुम्हारी वजह से मुझे ये बॉडी मिली है, मैं जीवा सोल हूँ, मैं तुमको बोल रहा हूँ, तुम्हारी वजह से मुझे ये बॉडी मिली है, इट्स ऑल बिकॉज ऑफ यू, सो यू बेटर कीप क्वाइट.
और माता जी,
यस,
मार्कंड ऋषि की जो ऑस्टेरिटी बताई है यहाँ पे, तो हम यहाँ पे हरिदास ठाकुर को कनेक्ट कर सकते हैं। उनके सामने
हाँ
भी बहुत सारे डिस्ट्रक्शन आए थे, तो वो बहुत ही पावरफुली उसमें से बाहर आ
हाँ
पाए थे।
हाँ
वी कैन कनेक्ट हियर ना माता जी?
हाँ, हरिदास ठाकुर जी, हाँ.
हम्म।
उनको तो नाम जप, वो तो नामाचार्य थे, वो नाम के बल पे उन्होंने इस डिस्ट्रैक्शन को ये कर दिया.
यस
अ,
माता जी, उनके
मा-
बारे में सुना है कि वो 192 राउंड करते थे, लेकिन हाउ
हाँ,
इट इज इट पॉसिबल? इट इज
it's possible
हाउ?
because he's chanting 22.5 hours or something like that. A whole day only is not chanting for
ही
1 or
गेट
2
ओनली टू
hours.
आवर्स फॉर हिमसेल्फ
Yeah.
टू डू सम अदर। वो टाइम में भी वो प्रीचिंग करते थे।
हाँ, प्रीचिंग करते थे, खाते थे, पीते थे, और जो भी
हाँ।
2 घंटे उनको मिलता था. ये टुवर्ड्स द एंड ऑफ हिज लाइफ ही वॉज डूइंग दिस. नामाचार्य, ही स्टार्टेड चैंटिंग इन द सिद्ध बकुल, नो, इन द जगन्नाथ पुरी.
यस यस।
There he was chanting like 192 rounds. But before that, with with Lord Nadia and all, with Lord Chaitanya, Lord Nityananda, at that time he was preaching, very actively preaching with Nityananda Prabhu. Jagai Madhai also he was there, no, at that point of time. He was with Nityananda Prabhu. Jagai Madhai past time.
Just we studied that entire chapter, Chaitanya Bhagavatam,
Yeah,
glorification of Haridas Thakur ji,
yeah.
chapter 15. So wonderful chapter.
In Fulia also, he was chanting in the cave. There was a
Yes,
serpent there, and the devotees were scared to come and associate with him because there was a serpent. And then because of this, because the serpent was giving out fumes and bad smell was coming out, so devotees didn't want to come to his cave. Then because of that, Haridas Thakur he was very disturbed, and then the serpent thought that I should not disturb a saint like this, and he quietly left the cave. The cave is still there even today. If you go and see the place of that that place where the cave was, where the serpent was residing, even till today in Fulia, if you go near Mayapur, few kilometers from Mayapur is Fulia. If you go there, you can see.
yes, Mataji.
If there are no questions, then we can end the class.
Okay, before that, have you heard one story of Haridas, no, sorry, Markandeya Rishi, Markandeya Rishi and Surabhi cow? That is given in the Navadvipa Mahatmya by Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Has anybody heard about this? It is given in the Chaitanya Charitamrita also.
Yes, Prabhu, it's given, and we can visit the site also. There is a uh, Godrum Dweep, na Prabhu?
Yes, yes, Godrumadev.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. Okay, if nobody has, somebody has not read, please go through that. There is lot of explanations on that also. Then Markandeya Muni, his prayers to here we heard Markandeya Muni's prayers to Narayana Rishi and his prayers to Lord Shiva, how Lord Shiva, he got totally satisfied and he benedicted him. That also we know. And in the other three sessions are left on this Markandeya Muni episode on chapters 8, 9, 10. 8 almost we have 8 we have finished today. Then the next the weekend, 2 days, Friday and Saturday, I will be covering the balance another 2. Then next weekend another then 4. Then till lesson 200 will be finished. Okay, if we do not have, do you have any questions or comments on this? I think it was quite straightforward. And we also discussed something yesterday also. That's why you may not have many questions. Then we can conclude the today's class with the Nusinga prayers.
May I do nursing prayer, Prabhuji?
Yes, yes.
Hare Krishna. Namaste Narasimhaya. Namaste Narasimhaya. Prahlad Lad Daine. Prahlad Lad Daine. Hiranyakashi Purvakshaha. Shilatangal Nakhalai. Ito Narsimha Parato Narsimha. यतो यतो यामि ततो नरसिंहा बहिर्नरसिंहा हृदये नरसिंहा बहिर्नरसिंहा हृदये नरसिंहा नरसिंहदिं शरणं प्रपदे तव करकमलवरे नखाम् अद्भुतशृङ्गां दलिता हिरण्यकशिपु तनुभृङ्गम् केशवधृता नरहरिरूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे तव कर कमलवरे नखाम् अद्भुतशृङ्गां दलिता हिरण्यकशिपु तनुभृङ्गम् केशवधृता नरहरिरूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय हो नरसिंहदेव 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 जय हो नरसिंहदेव जय हो प्रहलाद महाराज प्रहलाद महाराज प्रहलाद महाराज जय हो प्रहलाद महाराज जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय गुरुदेव 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 जय हो सबकी जय हो सब संतों की जय हो सब वैष्णव की जय हो सब डिवोटी जनों की हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा प्रभु जी
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you very much. Thank you, Archana Mataji, for taking the class.
Thank you,
Then
Prabhu.
we meet tomorrow. Tomorrow also Archana Mataji's class.
Yes, Prabhu. Govinda Bhash.
And recap by, I think, Prasad Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji, you're correct.
Okay, then we meet tomorrow. Hare Krishna.
Krishna Prabhuji, Hare Krishna. Happy Ekadashi to all devotees. Dandat Pranam.
Hare Krishna. Happy Ekadasi.
Happy Ekadashi.
Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्ण माता जी